We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Alright. So, you guys can't see us right now because we got up at 4:15 in the morning in order to get picked up by our driver at 5 o'clock. And we are here at Angkor Wat, which is an UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the things that was highest on my bucket list. And today, actually, and for probably the next 3 days, we're going to be wandering around the various temple complexes because Angkor Wat isn't just one temple, there's like 50 plus temples. And we're going to see some of the most amazing Khmer temples there are to see. And we're just heading in the gate now, and we've just got our first glimpse of the temple. We're going to turn the camera around and let you guys see what we're seeing.
I don't think it's going to pick it up.
We'll see. Nope. Definitely, you guys can't see that right now, but we'll put a picture up here somewhere maybe, and yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Wallace is off taking photos somewhere. I'm not sure where. Anyways, this is really special. We didn't get the colors because we didn't realize it was a 10-minute walk-in from like where they drop you off. So we kind of missed like the start of it, but it was still really pretty. Welcome back. If you're new around here, I'm Cory.
And I'm Wallace.
And today we're at Angkor Wat, Cambodia.
And so Angkor Wat is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is widely regarded as one of the oldest religious sites in the world. And it sits on, it's 1.6 square kilometers, or about just a little over 400 acres of land here. And I believe was built in 1150. I could be wrong on that. If I am, I'll pop that up on the screen. And we are just here today to go wander Angkor Wat and then a couple more of the surrounding temple complexes. First impressions?
It's just as gorgeous as the photos. Of course, the photos don't capture the crowds, but We managed to get a really good sunrise. We didn't realize that it actually took 10 minutes plus to walk in from where they dropped us off. So we missed some of the sunrise. But
We missed a little bit, but we still got a really beautiful sunrise, which given the weather the last couple of days, I'll take that as a win. It's been pretty cloudy. There's been a lot of thunderstorms. But overall, yeah, it's absolutely stunning. The temple itself was originally a Hindu temple and then at some point converted to a Buddhist temple. So I see a lot of Buddhist monks wandering around the property here as well today. But yeah, we're gonna head on in and take a closer look around. This view is just magical. Admission to Angkor, not just Angkor Wat, but all of the temples, can be done online or at the main ticket office, which is on the way to the temple. And it's 37 USD for 1 day. We paid 62 USD, which is good for 3 days, and it's 3 days within a 10-day period. And you also have the option to purchase a 10-day pass that's good for 10 days within a 30-day period, and that one is 72 USD. So we went with the 3-day option, which wasn't too bad. And the other thing to note, I guess, is dress code here, because these are religious sites. It is required to cover your shoulders as well as your knees. Now, I've seen some guys wearing shorts and tank tops, whether that's technically allowed or not. I don't know how much they enforce it, but I have read that on the grounds you're probably okay, but they won't let you climb up onto some of the actual temples if you're wearing shorts that don't cover your knees.
And for girls, I have yoga pants, but it was like the consensus, because I was asking a bunch of people, it was the consensus that yoga pants are just too tight.
Too revealing.
So I guess that we just decided that doesn't count, so I'm wearing a sarong.
Yeah.
So.
And I've got actual long pants on today, which it's hot, you guys. We're sweating so much right now.
It's not even like 6:30, I think.
In the morning, yeah, it's warm, but you know what? That sunset or sunrise, was totally worth it.
The intricate stonework is just incredible. They must have hand chiseled it. I don't know, but it is so detailed. It's crazy. So, as with all tourist attractions in Asia, something's always under construction. Again, this is no exception. Don't think the camera captures how steep this is. I think it's like, what, 70% grade?
It's easily 50 or 60% easy. Yeah. Those stairs are steep and small, so yeah, definitely be careful on the way down.
This view is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Because you can see the temple, but then you can also see like the jungle behind it. Nothing like it.
So after climbing the stairs up here, which I just Googled, those are known as the Stairway to Heaven. You're up in the central tower from here, and you basically can wander around. The pathway goes around so you can see all the sides of the temple complex. And from here you can see all the four corner towers, and as well as the like exterior wall, like the whole wall that surrounds the entire complex. So you get this really cool bird's eye view, and it's just stunning up here. Like this is, I guess, one of the best examples of Khmer architecture, and I can absolutely see why.
It's phenomenal what they did without modern day tools.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how they did it.
The stonework, like every single surface is carved and just so intricate. Like even right now behind Cory, we'll just pull the camera in a little closer. You can see all this. Like that stone carving is all over the entire complex, and it's just beautiful. So behind me in these alcoves in the center of it's like central tower, there's these Buddhas, like Buddha statues, but it's also a little bit of a bat cave, so there's at least a couple of bats living in there. We are just about done here at Angkor Wat. I was just reading an info sign over there. So it was built in the early 12th century by King Surya Varman II, and the temple was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu. I don't know at what point it converted to being a Buddhist temple, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's pretty much everything I expected it to be. I expected it to be gorgeous, and I was not disappointed.
And honestly, I feel so lucky. We actually got a sunrise, which the weather hasn't been that great, so we were kind of dicey on that. So we got the sunrise. It's relatively quiet because it's slow season,
yeah.
And we got decent weather. I'd say we couldn't have asked for anything more.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, if you're in Cambodia, I mean, odds are you're coming here to see Angkor Wat, and it does not disappoint. Anyways, we're gonna go find our driver now and head on to the next temple. As you can see, it's getting even more busy now as we're leaving. So I'd say good timing.
And this side is the south gate of the Angkor Thom. And also Angkor Thom, we have 3 kilometer square surrounding Angkor Thom with a moat. You see the moat? 3 kilometer square. Yes. And surrounding is a moat, right? And this is the south entrance. And you also see on the right side, we call the giant or Asura holding the Naga. And on my left hand, we call the giant god face or smiling face holding the Naga. What does it mean of the Naga? The Naga, like the snake
serpent
and dragon, have 7 heads.
So the area that our drivers just dropped us off is called Angkor Thom, and that's the area here. I believe he said 3 kilometers square, and you can see the walls, maybe not quite on the GoPro, but it's basically all walled off, and there's a massive moat in front. And we're going to be going through that gate there, and then the next temple we're going to is the Bayon. So our driver was explaining to us, if you see the statues there, it's, I guess, a bunch of gods all lined up, and they're all holding back the Naga, which is, I guess, like a giant snake serpent thing with like 7 heads, kind of like a cobra, but like with 7 of them. So it's unfortunately a lot of it's damaged and sections are broken, but still, this is really cool. Behind us now is the Bayon Temple. This was built in the 12th century, late 12th century, and is another one of the main temple sites here in the Angkor complex. And it has 54 of these columns. We'll get in a little closer and you'll be able to see a little bit better. And each of those 54 columns has, I think, smiling Buddha faces carved on all 4 sides, so north, south, east, and west. So there's a total of 216 faces here in this temple. So we're going to go in and have a look around.
This place is really cool. It's like a little maze inside, and Angkor Wat, or the other temple, was also a maze as well. But this one's a little tighter, so it just feels like you're like walking through a big maze.
It does really feel like you're inside of a labyrinth, and the temples all seem to be symmetrical, so it's basically got like this kind of a grid pattern. You can go around all the way around, you know, the perimeter on the inside, and then there's usually a central structure in there. In this case, it's towers full of faces, which is really cool. And there are monkeys everywhere. I believe long-tailed macaques from the looks of them, because we've seen lots of those on our travels, and there's tons of those here too.
Yeah, and yeah, it looks like they're still working on like restoring this place, because right behind me, I'll pop it up, but there's a whole bunch of like old rocks and stuff that have carvings on them, so I'm not sure if they like found them and now they're gonna like put them back, or they're just leaving them for like people to look at?
Yeah, because they're definitely like piled up here, but they're definitely jumbled and not in the right order. So they're probably still working on restoring a section of it or something. But Cory will turn the camera on and show you guys. This is really intricately carved. It's really beautiful.
The east gate of the Angkor Wat, and also we can say like the victory gate. Why I say the victory gate? When we are going to fighting with the country, when we win or success, we have to come back by the east gate or victory gate, right? And if you lose the war, we have to go to the death gate. Death gate on this side, and three north. And you see on the top the king sitting on the top, and both sides the queen. You see the first, and you see one on the top, the one guy sitting like this. You see it? The counting, but one piece is missing on the left one, the face. You see the body. For business.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, bad guy come to do that for money.
Oh, they stole it.
And now we're headed to Takao Temple. It's crazy here. There's so much ruins everywhere that we're going to the ones that are like the best of the best, but everywhere you look, there's so much.
It's absolutely crazy. There's like little ruins here and there. There's larger temple complexes, and there's no one at them because they're not the main attractions. But if they were located anywhere else in the world, they'd be full of tourists, and that's just mind-boggling to me because they're so beautiful, and you just see them all as you're driving along between the main temples. And we just passed like 3 more sites on the way here. Crazy.
Those stairs, the hardest part is that they're uneven and they're really, really narrow and very, very steep. So it's doable. You just have to go for it.
Those stairs are no joke. They're big and they're narrow. Yeah, I'm out of breath. Okay, it is now 11 a.m. We've been going for 6 hours and we are very, very hot, very sweaty, and very tired. So before we hit the next temple, our driver's taken us to this place is Taste of Khmer restaurant, which is right across from the entrance to Ta Prohm Temple. And we're just gonna sit here in the AC for a little bit, have a little bit of food, some cold drinks, and just get refreshed before we keep going here. We've had some cold drinks, some air conditioning, and a little snack, so we're feeling much better.
Yeah. Still really hot out.
It's now noon and currently, I believe, 29 Celsius, and the feels like with the humidity is 37. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll pop that up on the screen, but it's hot. But anyways, we are now here at Ta Prohm Temple, which is more famously known as the Tomb Raider Temple. And that's because it was made famous by the 2001 movie, Lara Croft Tomb Raider. It's gonna be really beautiful. It was built in the late 12th century as a Buddhist temple, I believe. And so we're gonna go down here and check it out. Unlike some of the other temples in the area, Ta Prohm was built without mortar. So after the temple was abandoned, trees were able to root in the cracks between the stones. And so these days, it's got all these giant fig trees growing up through the temple itself. So we're going to go in and have a closer look.
And it's stunning.
Yeah, it is. So cool in here, but it is also very, very hot. My phone just overheated. The camera won't work anymore. It is that hot out.
This is by far my favorite temple ever. The fact that they made it a movie scene is not even like part of it. I think the fact that it's famous and they haven't ruined it by like trying to bring the movie to life for the visitors. They just left the temple as is and they just kind of upkeep it really nicely. I think that's my favorite part. It is gorgeous in here. And the trees like coming out of the rock. There's just nothing like that. And the trees are so old and beautiful.
Yeah, this place is absolutely stunning. Again, it exceeds expectations. It's just beautiful. I mean, obviously, like the famous money shots, from the movie are there, but it's just gorgeous. You've got these big fig trees, or ficus trees, I think they're the same thing, growing up every which way. The root systems are just like intertwined with the stonework, and it's just so cool. Yeah. So obviously they're doing some restoration work there. But this place is all single level. There's no temple like some of the other temples we've done today, so there's no climbing. But it just keeps going. It's a lot deeper, like front to back, than I expected. We came in the east entrance, and I believe this would be the west entrance. I'm guessing this pile of rubble here used to be like a covered hallway or a walkway, just like back there where it was like arched and all the way across. Looks like most of it's come down now, and hence all the rubble you see in front of us. I just love the fig trees, the way they've just grown in everywhere. And you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, the roots from the fig trees are probably contributing to the crumbling walls. It is now after 1 p.m. and we've been going for 8 hours.
And honestly, we could go for a lot longer. The heat is just getting to us, so we're gonna call it quits.
Yeah, I think we're pretty wiped out right now. It's hot and we're dehydrated, and so bring lots of water, bring sunscreen if it's a sunny day, because it could have been a lot worse. It was partially cloudy today. But overall, what did you think, Cor?
Oh my God, I don't even have words. It was, you know how those bucket list items, you have a sense of like how you want it to go? I feel like that's how it went for us. We got so lucky.
Yeah, like Angkor Wat and Ta Prohm Temple have been on my bucket list for a while, and absolutely they exceeded my expectations. So this was absolutely phenomenal. Such a great day. We got lucky with the weather because it is starting into rainy season, and it was beautiful, and I have absolutely no complaints.
Yeah, no, like I said, I have no words. The labyrinth of the temples are amazing. It feels like you're walking, like you could walk forever and never see all of it. Like that's impossible. There's so much intricate work to do, to see, and just to take it all in. It takes some time.
So with the 4 temples we saw today, Cor, what was your favorite?
By far, this one, or the
Ta Prohm, yeah.
Ta Prohm. Again, I think it's the lack of trying to capitalize on the fact that Tomb Raider was filmed here. It felt authentic, like it didn't feel like a movie set.
Yeah, and I loved all the fig trees growing everywhere, growing through the temple. Like, it's just stunningly beautiful here. Though sunrise at Angkor Wat was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong. Like all the temples, they all have their own charm and own beauty. Like there's plenty more for us to see.
Yeah, so we're actually cutting it early today. We were supposed to see one more temple, but we're just way too hot and tired, so we're going to skip it. But stay tuned because we've got 2 more videos to film while we're here and have our Angkor Wat tickets still valid, so those will be coming soon.
A few moments later.
And we're back.
So we're suckers. He said there's one more. It's very quick.
And we had a massive case of FOMO, so we're doing it. So we are
looks like it's about to start raining, so we'll make it quick.
Yeah, we'll make this one fast. So this is Bante Kadai Temple. I'm absolutely sure I'm butchering the name, so I apologize. It's supposed to be a little small one that's just up ahead. So we'll go take a quick look before it rains too much. Way more peaceful here. There's far fewer people at this temple. So there's a giant gecko in here somewhere making that chirping sound. Well, that was a smaller temple, but very pretty still. Glad we came and checked it out.
Yeah, it's almost like Siem Reap, where it has the trees growing out of it. You can see behind us, that's the one big fig tree, and then there's like one or two smaller ones, but it's a lot quieter here, so you're able to take it in a little bit better, which is kind of nice.
Absolutely, very peaceful here. You've got birds chirping, geckos chirping.
I can hear some gibbons off in the
way in the distance. So yeah, so this was temple number 5 today, and now this time, this is where we're actually going to leave it. Thanks again for joining us today, you guys, and again, make sure to hit the thumbs up to give us a like, and make sure you subscribe.
And we hope that you'll join us in the other videos for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring. We finished just in time.
It is pissing rain right now. Luckily, we're nice and dry because all the zip panels on the side are protecting us from the rain.
Also, we'll put a link in the description. Our driver has been amazing.
Yeah, we'll put his contact number and email in the description below if anyone needs a driver when you're in Siem Reap. Mr. Mean is the guy to do it. Unlike some of the other temples in the area, shoot.